Radio Texas, live with Buddy Logan.
He is the Ameripolitan Music Awards 2020 Honky Tonk Male of the Year. Charley Crockett. Charlie, man, how you doing?
Buddy Logan, I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking.
Dude, it's good to see you again. It hasn't even been that long since I saw you last.
Nah, when did we do that?
October or so? October.
Sounds about right.
I could get used to this every 4 or 5 months, a Charley Crockett visit.
I'm on my cycle, you know. My agent's got me. He said, it's time to hit Tyler, Texas again. I said, okay, I'm going to go get some brisket.
Nice. And we're out here at Stanley's. We're doing it on your bus. And you've been here a couple times. You sold it out you've been here 3 times.
Yes, sir.
You've sold it out the last 2 times.
Yep.
And I know you've taken advantage of some of the best barbecue in Texas while you've been here.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I really do think Stanley's has the best in the state. And, I mean, especially for brisket. The chicken that they do. I love the coleslaw.
Have you had the Mother Clucker yet?
No, I haven't.
Dude.
Oh, that sandwich?
Yeah, the big sandwich.
Cullen always gets it. Yeah.
But you haven't gotten it yet?
Nah, I can't.
It's a lot.
It's beyond my grade now with my heart stuff. I can't even do it, you know?
Oh, that's
so
right.
I dabble in the...
You got to keep it
I dabble in the brisket ends.
Yeah.
Now, you know.
But you can't submerge yourself in it.
I can't go all the way.
Oh, man. But it's good you're taking care of yourself. That's important.
Yeah, it ain't easy to do.
No, man. All right, Charley Crockett with us. We got more coming up. It's Radio Texas Live. Charlie, I always appreciate your time, man. How many years ago was it when you were doing street performing?
Well, I mean, I guess I started doing that stuff probably back in like maybe 06.
Oh, so it has been a while.
Well, and then I did that really for about 10 years, and I came off the street around 2016.
Where did you see yourself 2006 to 2016 to 2020? Did you see your career progressing like this? Was it even something that you had in mind?
Nah, I didn't have any way to. I believed that I was going somewhere.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what it looked like. It was more like I was playing and living kind of hand and mouth on the street. I was only thinking, hey, I know I can live this way right now, and I wasn't really thinking past that.
It was working.
It was working for me, man.
And it's hard to change.
Well, I got to a place. I learned how to exist on the street and make money on street corners and in subway cars and hitchhiking and riding trains, and I learned how to do all that. And there's a certain comfort of being able to just kind of live every day like that. It really is just a simpler version of what I'm doing now, you know?
Sure.
It's the same thing. I'm playing for money. It's a similar kind of thing, you know? I'm traveling around. It's just I got more. Now I'm on this bus, whereas before I was, you know, catching rides, but riding on the same highways, and in a lot of cases playing in the same parts of town.
His name, Charley Crockett. Charlie, we got more coming up. Right now, the latest from Whiskey Myers. Here's Bury My Bones on Radio Texas Live. Mike and the Moon Pies on Radio Texas Live. I'm Buddy Logan. You need more Texas and Red Dirt in your life? Of course, we all do. Download the Radio Texas Live app, 24/7, commercial-free Texas and Red Dirt streaming through your smartphone. Search Radio Texas Live in your App Store or Google Play. Charley Crockett, one of our favorite Texans, hanging out with us tonight. We're doing 5 questions next. Charley Crockett with us tonight. It's Radio Texas Live. I'm Buddy Logan. All right, Charlie, a lot to get into. You have some new music coming out later. We're going to play some more music of yours tonight. But first, before we do any of that anymore, we got to do 5 questions.
Hi, I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous. We're on your turf tonight.
I can't help it.
You got this. All right, Charlie, number 1, we always begin with world geography. Charley Crockett, Washington, D.C. is the capital city of the U.S. Which 2 states does it border?
Maryland, Virginia.
Get out of here, man. That was good. That's correct. It's not one of the 50 states, but it's comprised of land belonging to the states of Maryland and Virginia. Good job. All right, Charley Crockett, number 2. Michael Jordan, when he played for the Bulls, how many NBA championships did he win?
6.
That is correct. Trying to act like you didn't know what you were doing.
No, man. The last 2 I did terrible. I think you soft pitching.
I don't know, man. The Washington, D.C. one wasn't exactly easy.
I tore there a bunch. That's my secret.
Number 3, Charley Crockett going 3 for 3 so far on 5 questions. All right, this Saturday morning, Looney Tunes cartoon featured the duo of characters Roadrunner and the Coyote. In each episode, the Coyote repeatedly attempts to catch and subsequently eat the Roadrunner, but is never successful. Charley Crockett, what was the name of the Coyote?
Wiley.
That is correct, man. That is good. You're killing this. Let's put this on ice. Let's come back and finish. Charley Crockett, 3 out of 3 currently on 5 questions. He goes for 5 for 5 next.
Radio Texas Live.
Big show tonight. Charley Crockett hanging out with us. It's Radio Texas Live. I'm Buddy Logan. 5 questions, Charlie. 3 out of 3 so far. Let's finish this up.
It's a miracle.
I don't think you're going to get this.
I don't think you're right.
You might enter American Aquarium territory here and get 5 out of 5.
Oh, no.
Number 4, Charley Crockett. What is the Roman numeral for 100? Ooh, multiple choice. X, V, or C?
C.
It is C, yes. Ooh, you didn't even need the multiple choice. Are you looking through my paper?
Nah, I can't see nothing.
You got a mirror behind me?
I don't think I got it. I think I got like 1 out of 5 the last 2 times. So
you're making up for it this time. And I think you go 5 out of 5 now. Charley Crockett, time to play everyone's favorite game, Name That Charlie. He was born Carlos Erwin Estevez. He's an American actor. He has appeared in films including Platoon, Young Guns, 8 Men Out, Major League, and was replaced by Ashton Kutcher in the show 2.5 Men. Charlie, name that Charlie.
Is it Emilio Estevez?
Are you trying to blow this?
I think I'm blowing it.
That's his brother. That is his brother.
Wait, that would be... Oh, it's Charlie Sheen.
That is correct. There you go.
Oh, see, I missed it.
No, you got it, man.
Must be
You pulled
honest,
it
I
out.
missed it.
You pulled it out. You pulled it out.
Look how dumb I am.
5 out of 5. 5 out of 5, Charlie. That's good.
Hey.
That's good. I actually feel deflated now. I was hoping you missed 1 or 2.
I did. I missed the last one.
Charley Crockett with us. We got more coming up. It's Radio Texas Live.
My man.
Do not turn off your radio. Do not get out of your cars. If you do, download the Radio Texas Live app and keep listening. Charley Crockett, our guest tonight, coming up. A lot to get to, guys. We're going to talk about how he and Evan Felker of Turnpike Troubadours met, changed the trajectory of Charlie's career, new music. We're going to spin some new stuff, too. Do not touch that dial. Charley Crockett on Radio Texas Live tonight. Right now, the latest from William Clark Green. Good one from Will. She loves horses. She blew in. Charlie, 4 years ago, you were performing on the street. Here we are tonight, sitting on your bus.
Yeah.
Was it intentional? Did you see this happening? How did you get from A to B?
Man, all I can say is just I couldn't see what it was really going to look like. I do very often kind of sit back in this back lounge of the bus and think, man, I really can't believe that I'm here.
Right.
But I guess the answer is that I had a blind belief. I had a deep faith in my path. Without knowing what it would look like, I knew I was headed here.
You could do it.
Being able to see what it would look like. I put it this way, like in New York City, when I was playing on the subway cars, I signed my first deal and was discovered by a major record label, never having played on a real stage, never being booked for an official show at like a legitimate venue. I'd never even been booked one time. I'd never had gear you plug in, didn't have experience singing on a microphone, nothing. That deal didn't work out, but it was a real deal, and it was with people way up high in the canopies of Manhattan. And what that told me it said there are all kind of paths to get where I'm trying to go other than the one set up for you by the game or whatever you want to call it. Because I didn't play it that way. I literally said, I can't get in the club. It's not that I didn't want to play in the club. It's that I couldn't get a show.
Somebody saw you performing. Was it a streetcar on the street?
It was on the R train in Manhattan, running up and down the subway line in Manhattan.
You have the type of talent that you see it, it's obvious, and you don't need all of that other crap. If it's there, it's there. If you got it, you got it. And of course, somebody just saw you doing it, sitting there, and we're like, "Come on, man, let's get this done." That had to justify what you were doing.
It did.
Make you realize you could do this.
It told me that my way of thinking and what my vision for myself was. Everybody thought it was crazy. It clearly was. If it was crazy, maybe it's crazy, but it's crazy and it works.
Yes, and it works. Charley Crockett with us tonight. It's Radio Texas Live. I'm Buddy Logan. Charlie, you're a mix of Texas blues, classic country, Cajun soul, and it's all perfectly captured. Maybe not so much the Cajun part, but it is still captured in your latest single, Borrowed Time, which you co-wrote with Evan Felker of Turnpike Troubadours. We were just talking about Evan earlier on. Take us through that songwrite. Do you remember that? Do you remember writing that song with Evan?
Yeah, man, that happened it kind of happened real easy. We was playing in Solana Beach, which is near San Diego in Southern California, together at a place called Belly Up. I was opening up for Turnpike. The next gig was in Aspen, Colorado. We had like a couple days to get there. And Evan said, "Hey, man, you want to ride on the bus with us? And let's see if we can write something." And so I did ride with him. And we got the song together really in those couple days. And what it was is I had a melody. I kind of had a melody and a guitar progression that I was really into. And he popped out of the back of the bus when I was sitting up at the front kind of messing with it, and he liked what he heard, and he had he had these lines, tell the truth, shame the devil, loving you on borrowed time. And between what I had with the melody and the chords and those lines, he and I kind of whipped the song together, and it wasn't completely done, but it was close, and I just kind of ran away with it and filled in the gaps, and he helped me arrange it. I don't know which, I think maybe either one of us would have recorded it, but I asked him, I said, hey man, I need this one, can I get this? And Evan is a salt of the earth dude who's always a friend and always looking to help folks out around him, especially he cares about. And he said, yeah man, you go ahead, you get it. And I said, all right, 50-50, let's roll.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And I ended up being the first track on the records. I just think it's that good.
Spin it. Charley Crockett on Radio Texas Live.
Tell the truth, shame the devil.
Charley Crockett with us tonight. Charley, talking about breakthrough, how you broke through street performing to becoming a major touring act worldwide. How did it happen? What do you attribute to it happening?
Well, you got to remember, with me, the reason that I broke out on the road and was able to open up a touring business for myself is because when I was handing out CDs in front of Green Hall back in 2015, I still had one foot in the street. And it was the same situation. There was an all-day festival going on at Green Hall, and I didn't have the money to I couldn't get into Green Hall.
Yeah.
And so I just stood at Mosey's across the street handing out CDs out of a cardboard box that I'd printed up. And one of the people that I happened to give a CD to was Evan Felker.
Right.
Who was actually headlining Green Hall that day. Little did I know, he didn't know who I was, clearly. And I didn't know who he was because I wasn't.
You weren't plugged in.
I wasn't plugged in. I didn't know nothing but street. I'm from Texas, but I didn't even know Green Hall. I didn't know who was who, nothing. But Evan and I, ended up becoming close friends, and Evan ended up really liking what me and the boys was doing on the road, and I opened up for him 130 times.
Are you serious? 130 times?
I believe it's 130 times.
That's awesome.
And I mean, I credit that and my agent, that combination right there, as the single biggest leg up that I have got in the game beyond the work that I've done for myself.
Right, sure. Because you did do it yourself.
You got to realize I never opened up for anybody else.
That's a hell of a band to open up for, especially 130 times.
I learned everything from that.
Charley Crockett with us. It's Radio Texas Live. I'm Buddy Logan. Charley, what's so great about you and Turnpike Troubadours, you guys do complement each other very well. Different styles, but still it's still similar enough. And perhaps one of the biggest differences between you and Turnpike Troubadours, you write 2.5-minute songs. Turnpike writes 5-minute songs.
Yes.
Those guys release long songs.
Yes,
Yours
do.
are in and out, short and fast.
That's why they can have like a 15, 16 song night, and we do 30 because the songs are half the length.
Like we need 7 more songs tonight, Charley.
Yeah. It's kind of a crackerjack way of going about it, but that's always always been my saying. I always kid around. People are like, "Dang, Charley Crockett, what your songs about, man?" And I'm like, "Yeah, they're about 2 or 3 minutes."
RTX Live with Buddy Logan.
If you love Texas and Red Dirt and you want to listen to it 24/7, download our app. It's free. Search Radio Texas Live in your App Store or Google Play. Get it and we'll go wherever you go. Commercial free, Texas and Red Dirt. Brand new Reckless Kelly, I Only See You With My Eyes Closed.
Cool. Must be the whiskey.
Charley Crockett with us tonight. It's Radio Texas Live. I'm Buddy Logan. Charley, you say you love interpreting other people's songs as much as you love writing them. In January, you posted a cover of Willie Nelson's The Party's Over. You did it with Bruce Robinson's The Next Waltz. Loved your take on it. Is there any reason why you were covering Willie Nelson or that particular song?
Yeah, well, that Willie Nelson music of the 60s, that stuff, they call him the short-haired Willie, the Nashville Willie or whatever you want to call it. He's Texas through and through. In the last 6 months or whatever, I really started getting into the early Willie Nelson records, the early 60s stuff, And Then I Wrote and those records.
Yeah.
And I realized, I always thought Willie was truly great. But now I realize why you really could argue that for this type of music, he's the very best. Because the songs, the message, the hurt, the visual picture that he paints in his songs, it seems easy. But try to copy his singing.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Right.
It's so original. I think he's so well known for how great his songwriting is that it's easy to forget that he's equal or he maybe was even better a performer.
Right.
Especially back in those days in his prime. And I see now that he was ahead of everyone.
Right.
He was ahead of the curve. And being a Texan myself and trying to carve my path out in country music and all that stuff, I'm very grateful that I've come around to that viewpoint of him.
Awesome. Let's do it. Let's play your version of The Party's Over. It's Charley Crockett covering Willie Nelson on Radio Texas Live. We got more Charley coming up.
Turn out the lights. The party's over.
Charley, I always appreciate your time, man.
Oh, man, I'm the one that's grateful. You got an audience that you got a wide reach, and I'm grateful for the opportunity, man.
And I'm grateful to get to play your music on the radio.
Well, hey, man. Let's share in the pleasure.
There we go. We're gonna do the title track off your 2016 album, In the Night.
Cool.
And
man.
this is a funky. It's funky. It's got a little blues to it. It's upbeat.
Yes,
it's a fun song. Where did In the Night come from?
Man, to be honest with you, I think there was a thunderstorm, like a summer thunderstorm that hit my buddy's little farm out there, my buddy Dallas Burrow, who I write songs with and stuff. And that's actually the guy that took me to Greenhall the first time I was ever there, handing the CDs out.
Nice.
He's got a farm out there east of New Braunfels.
Okay.
And this big thunderstorm hit one afternoon, this huge thunder, like them thunderstorms that be flooding out, hit. And he and I was sitting in the living room there, and I was messing around, had my electric guitar plugged in. And it just the song kind of came in the night. It got dark as night in the middle of the afternoon, and I just started singing that song, and it just stuck, and I felt like it just had this hypnotic kind of repetitive chorus. I liked the idea, the theme of the phrase "in the night," and so I knew it was going wanted to call the record that, and the song was always done real good for me.
And hypnotic is a great way to put it. It is hypnotic, and you say it over and over. In the night, in the night.
Hey man, when you got a song where you can repeat the same line over and over again, and people don't get tired of it, it might be a hit.
It is a hit, definitely a hit. Let's do it right now. Charley Crockett, In the Night on Radio Texas Live. Charley, man, I'm looking forward to the new album. We don't know much about it yet, but we're looking at music sometime this year. Can you put that out there?
Yes, sir. That's right.
2020, new Charley Crockett music. And, I mean, the Valley's not even a year old yet. It's not like I'm getting greedy, honestly. I'm getting greedy. I know that.
Man, look, man. George Jones recorded 4 records a year. He would do 2 studio albums, a collaboration, and like a live record at least. And he
did that every year?
Contractually obligated. That's why guys like Ernest Tubb, Loretta Lynn, and Ray Charles, all these kind of people, that's why these people have 50 studio albums. It's a new thing in this business, this weird thing where people put out records and stretch them out 2 or 3 years. So for me to be able to put out at least a record a year, maybe 2, I'm still way behind my heroes and the legends that came before us. And I think the people listening to me and a lot of my friends that do this, I think they like the fact that we put out music more quickly.
Yeah,
rather than
for
kind
sure.
Of playing this industry game where everybody kind of tries to juice a rock. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I got momentum, man. I don't want to play a game that means I'm gonna like skip a year dropping records, because this is not who I am. You know, I like to put stuff out. And I know when my fans come to the show and stuff, one of the most common questions I get is, when's the next one, Charley?
Yeah.
And I always have the answer, which is, it's coming out in a few months.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So this one will definitely be out this year, hopefully late summer, early fall at the latest.
Radio Texas Live with Buddy Logan.
Awesome. Charley Crockett with us. We talked a lot about Evan Felker. We always tend to. Turnpike Troubadours. I think it's kind of become a tradition when you stop by the show that we close it out with a Turnpike song.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. Well, I think this time I'd like to do my favorite song off the last record that they did, with Long Way From Your Heart.
Yep.
Is Pay No Rent.
It's a great song.
Yeah, man. Anytime that one comes on, it get me in my feelings, So if you want
they do that with all their music, though, man.
I mean, everything, the whole catalog, everything.
Yeah.
I sing. I would get on stage and sing Long Hot Summer Days with them.
Okay.
And I just heard through the grapevine that song is about to go gold.
I saw that too. Yes, I saw that. I saw that.
So anyway, but I think let's do Pay No Rent, man.
Let's do Pay No Rent.
Yeah.
Before we do it, do you ever cover, would you ever cover a Turnpike song?
I certainly would. I've thought about a lot of them. At some point, I'll probably do one.
But not yet.
Theirs. No, man, maybe not. Maybe the next record, or maybe I'll do like a single through like me and Bruce or something. The next waltz, something. But the cool thing that I notice is, especially kind of in this time that they've been off the road right now, and all of the artists coming up playing their music.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I think is so amazing. Those boys really come up out of nothing.
Right.
In Oklahoma, and the audience and the following for them, man, is just it's wholly unique, man.
Charley Crockett with us, man. Charlie, once again, thank you for your time. Let's close it out. Turnpike Troubadours, Pay No Rent. Be on the lookout. New Charley Crockett music soonish.
That 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
There you go. There it is right there. Charlie, thank you so much, man.
Buddy Logan, the pleasure belongs to me.
RTX Live.
I hear the clicking.